probably should mix. You know, what you should use some mix in there is vodka. You should mix some vodka in that. I think that might
that
be
would
a
be
good.
really good. It'd be
No,
like a nice mix to put vodka in.
I'm no
Yeah.
Nigella Lawson, but yeah, that's.
Welcome to Fry Your Chickens, the podcast about facing fears, negativities, and self-doubts that can hold us back. Or as I like to call them, chickens. Get ready because it's time to tell those chickens that are holding you back to shut the cluck up. We will learn how real people did exactly that. I'm your host, Phil Barth. Let's get ready to fry. Welcome to Fry Your Chickens, and I'd like to welcome back for the second time, Tom and Jenn Bedell. Tom and Jenn, we had such a great time the first time that I said, we need to do this. But as we sit here, it's February, he's looking at the calendar, 10th.
Yep.
And I knew we couldn't do it in January because we were all three taking on the same challenge, and that would be dry January. So first off, welcome back to the podcast. Glad to have you both back.
Glad to be back.
Oh, it's lovely. Yeah, great to see you again.
And secondly, how did dry January go for you?
Go ahead.
It was dry.
And it was January.
My skin was dry. My humor was dry.
Yes. Well,
I noticed a few. Well, I mean, I did it last year for the first time. I had my prostate taken out like February 2nd. So I thought dry January. Let's do that. Just kind of get in decent shape before that. And yeah, did it again this year. I thought that I actually lost a bit of weight. I lost a bit of weight, and I slept better. And I think coming off the holidays when you're going kind of hard over Christmas through December and the winter in general. Yeah, just kind of a little bit of a break is kind of all right. So I was pretty I was pretty pleased with it. But once again, now we've turned the calendar and it is now February. So off we go. Yes, there we are.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Oh, that's nice, man.
Frankly, if you stop drinking altogether, dry January loses its specialness. So
It does.
Well, I did dry Monday yesterday.
Did you?
Just sun up to sundown. Yeah. Ish. Yeah.
It's kind of like Ramadan for drinkers. And before we go any further, and I ask Tom the very next question, I just want to point out that tonight, if you get anything of professional value out of tonight's podcast, we have not done our job. We are here to have fun. And so be it if you find something that helps you at work, but that was not our intent.
No. Read the fine print, folks. Yes, there'd be no hugging, no learning. Yeah.
HR put that first one in. All right, Tom, I like your approach to dry January because for 31 days you took us on on social media. You took us on a virtual world tour of beers and well, it was all around the world. So tell us more about that. Where'd you come up with the idea first off?
Well, I used to write quite a bit more than I do now. I used to write a couple of music columns. I wrote for some papers here in Halifax, and I wrote for some Canadian publications about music. And it's really been a while since I've had a chance to write anything. And so I thought this was a neat writing exercise to just come up with something every day. And I like traveling. I like having beer. I like traveling to find interesting beer in places. And I look back and I could do 31 of these. I think I've got 15 or so already for next year, places that I didn't. But yeah, I mean, you made a couple of appearances there. You made a couple of like airport beer, like 7 a.m. coming out of Brussels. Probably a nice schoof, having a nice schoof there first thing in the morning. It's not just for breakfast anymore. That's their new cell line. And another great place in Belgium. And I just thought it's really fun to just kind of include some of the people, the really cool people that you have in your life and experiences that you've had with them. And yeah, there beer. I think it was Shakespeare who said that beer exists. God made beer. Beer exists, so let us know that there is a God and He wants us to be happy. And I think it's just something that there's been a lot of cool people that I've met, a lot of great times that I've had, and just kind of a celebration of that. And it made January go quicker. So anything that will help the lousiest month of the year go faster, I think, is something that I think I'm going to do it again next year. I think I've got like 15 or so for next year already. Just kind of, oh yeah, I forgot that. So,
Well, it was really well written.
Thank you.
First off. Second off, if you've got 15, that means there are 16 open slots. And I hope that we can find a slot somewhere over in Europe if we both happen to be over there for an event that we can generate
challenge accepted. Yeah.
generate more material for yet another dry January.
Why not? Why not?
So this was my second dry January, and it was a challenge for my son. Not a 12-step challenge. Let me just clarify. It was one of those I will if you will. And so we did. And honestly, that kept it going because neither one of us was going to let the other one have an upper hand. By the way, that's my Tom, not Jen's Tom.
Right.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
right.
There were two Toms enjoying dry January, at least two, probably more in the world. The first time I
enjoying?
Well, actually, I found a lot of the same things that your Tom found, that I was sleeping better. I did lose weight, and I am not only going to keep it off, I have set a new goal that if I don't get down to the goal by Ash Wednesday, I have to give it up for Lent. So I assure you, the goal was like this much more than what I lost in January, just because I really don't want to give it up for Lent. I mean, dry January is one thing.
Lent, that's 40 days. That's longer than January.
It really is. It is. And I really don't want to get into the, well, I did dry January, but I'm not giving up 40 days for you. That's a problem.
There are a lot of really, it just seemed like this came up out of nowhere. Just the number of really good non-alcoholic beer there is. I always say like you get I was driving home from work the other night, and on the way, it was Friday night, and it was still January, so it would have been last week. But driving home, and I stop at the local microbrewery and pick up some of the non-alcoholic beer, and really nice hazy IPA.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm driving home. It's Friday night. And, I'm thirsty, and I thought I'm cracking so driving through traffic with like a non-alcoholic beer is really kind of a neat feeling. But there's so many really good, like Heineken, the Corona, a nice cold Corona. I'll go out for a hike in the morning on like a Wednesday morning, come home and get the non-alcoholic Corona. God, that's fantastic.
I agree with you 100%, and you feel like you're getting away with something.
Oh yeah. That's kind of what life is all about, isn't it? Yeah.
We found a local IPA or a local brewery that had 4 different IPAs in a 12-pack non-alcoholic. And Sam Adams IPA is also non-alcoholic.
Wow.
And the local brewery was like 20 calories per IPA. I mean, I could give up Coke Zero if I can have a 20-calorie IPA every time I'm thirsty. So, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did find that. Yeah. We also got a non-alcoholic vodka. And in the mixes, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't vodka.
Isn't that just water?
Well, they had it in the produce section. It was potatoes. So
you buy bags of it. Yeah. Still a little dirt on it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think Jen, it was water with some spices in it, and they jacked up the price in January, and I paid it. And again, it wasn't bad, but I haven't cracked it since January 31st, though. full disclosure.
You probably should mix. You know, what you should use some mix in there is vodka. You should mix some vodka in that. I think that might
That
be
would
a
be
good.
really good. It'd be
No,
like a nice mix to put vodka in.
I'm no
Yeah.
Nigella Lawson, but yeah, that's. You notice the price though. The price of non-alcoholic beer exactly the same. So they're not at least here. So you go and Guinness, which I think is the best non-alcoholic beer. There's no difference between that and like the regular Guinness. Prices, it's like here, $14 for a 6-pack. It's like, no, it's $14 for an actual 6-pack of actual beer.
Yeah.
So either way, it's a good option.
Yeah, my son Tom again loves the Guinness NA, or loved it. I again notice he hasn't cracked any open since the 1st of February. All right, now question: did either of you stay up past midnight on January 31st to have a shot to ring in the new month?
Well, I put a little proposal out. I did a little mini unofficial survey of the people who are sitting around us at the lacrosse game we happened to be at that
The
evening.
Halifax Thunderbirds,
Yes.
National Lacrosse League. They were playing the Georgia Storm that night, and we had really good seats. Like on January 31st,
Yeah.
Canadian lacrosse, which is our actual national sport, not hockey. Lacrosse is the national sport. Hadn't been to a lacrosse game before.
Ever.
Got really
Yeah.
good tickets.
Yeah.
And we did a very informal,
A very informal
survey.
research survey,
Yeah.
which consisted of me asking like 3 or 4 people sitting around us, when does dry January end? So it was not an open-ended question though. The question was, it ends at sundown, right?
Sundown, yeah.
And they all concurred. So we had a drink.
They were all drunk too, so I
Yeah.
think that's none of them were doing dry January. But sundown on the 31st, that's when it's officially, officially over. So I think we made it.
Yeah,
It's like the old song. It's always February 1st somewhere.
exactly. Now, did you stay up till after midnight?
I did not. My Tom did. I did not because I was tired. I do recall around 5:30 at dinner asking my virtual assistant, who shall remain nameless because I don't want her to go off right now, what is the current time in Scotland? Because I was going to have some scotch. Unfortunately, it was 11:30 p.m. So I did not return to it because I was also told by Tom I would lose my honor in the dry January contest if I were to cave. So the lesson here is obvious. Get the rules set up ahead of time.
And get to know a Tom that doesn't have attention to detail like me. I'm your man. I'm your man as far as that goes.
And
so
I want to apologize for that lesson because that could almost be interpreted as good professional advice. And per our promise at the start of the podcast, I may have to edit that out because it was almost good advice.
Yeah, we can't have that.
No,
yeah,
absolutely.
No clarity. Don't bother with clarity unless your beer. Your beer can be nice, or hazy.
If you're in Belgium, sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the cherry beers of Belgium, or any beer of Belgium for that matter. Fantastic. Okay, as we sit here, it's the Olympics now. And I just recently learned, approximately 15 minutes or less ago, that lacrosse is the national sport of Canada. See, I would have expected ice hockey or maybe curling, but no. What is your favorite Olympic sport?
Mine is definitely hockey. Like everything stands still. Like and looking at the schedule, or sorry, schedule. We have to say it the Canadian. We have to say it. Do you say it schedule or schedule?
I say schedule.
Schedule. The Team Canada games are going to be on at like noon every day, like in the work week. So we've had before when the Olympics have been in Europe and there's been that time difference. We just everybody brings in lunch, we order pizza, whatever, and we all watch the game at noon. And if it's Team Canada, it's all the NHL players. If it's not the NHL players, then we don't really care. But hockey is the one that the entire country stands still for. So I'm going with hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good answer. Jen?
I come up with an answer for, so what was it? Olympic sport, winter
Favorite Winter Olympic sport?
Got it right here.
Fantastic. Yeah, yeah. I will tell you, I watched curling last night. I always have enjoyed watching curling. I think the thing I like about curling is a, I was watching American Italy, USA and Italy play, and they were talking about what their real jobs were. So, with a lot of Olympic athletes, certainly skiers, hockey players, that is their job. With the curling teams, they have to have a day job. And I think it's kind of cool that they can be world class at something and still go back to their day job the next day. So,
Well, with curling too, like we've curled, I think once, right? Like we curled, but we know a few curlers, like we knew a few people, and it's the one sport where it's really all right to drink while you're doing it. I don't think you're going to see that at the Olympics. I don't think you're going to see anybody doing shots, before, hurry hard. You're not going to see that. But there's a famous Canadian curler from back in the '70s that would like you could have a drink going, and he has smoke going too, like this in the '70s, and you see him, and this is pure '70s, like with the polyester Scottish bell bottom stuff, and you see Buddy flying down the sweeping. He's got a smoke, and his and when this guy was just a legend. Where if the shot curling is very very precise, so if he needed the shot to go a certain way, you'd see him flick a cigarette ash, and then to kind of alter the shot a little bit. Oh, just legendary.
Oh wow!
But any sport where you can drink while you're playing it, and you may actually help yourself, then I think that's probably a good move.
yeah, you don't see that, like, for instance, with biathlon.
Or
Okay, have a beer.
F1.
Okay, now take your
Yeah.
shot. No, no, absolutely not. I may have to bump this one up in the release dates just because of the Winter Olympics. Or
Yeah,
else
I think so.
hey, remember when? Yeah, I like hockey. I also recently read a headline, I think it was from The Onion, that said millions of people gather around their TVs to watch the Winter Olympic sports plus ice skating.
Well, there's a new one this year. I think they started up. I think it's kind of a mountaineering, ski mountaineering,
Yeah.
skimo. It's a new one this year where you put the skis on, and then you climb up, like you climb up a mountain, and then you ski down. Like you've got the little covery things on your skis, and you climb up with the skis on. Take the cover off, and then all down you go.
Neither one of those things sound fun.
Well, you should be allowed to have a six-pack. You should be able. You get one of the breweries to sponsor it, and go up and gun a six-pack, and then then.
Why not?
I've never heard of even mixed doubles curling. They've had that the last couple of days too. I never knew that was a thing. Mixed doubles curling.
Is that like mixed drinks?
Well,
that was the one I watched.
That was it too. Yeah, I watched a bit of that as well. Yeah,
I would say spoiler alert. Well, if you haven't seen the finals, I won't spoil it for you.
All I know is the U.S. handily beat Canada today with women's hockey. Like that is a rivalry. Even though the women's side is just, but the Americans have been very good. They've just been dominating Canada over the last year or so with this. So we've got our captain was Marie-Philippe Poulin. She was out, but we have to get her back, and that's always a great rivalry with hockey, men's and women's side. Just incredible.
And like I said, hockey is my favorite. Curling is good. I enjoy watching the skiing. I watched the luge yesterday, and nobody died. That's always a good thing. Not always happening, but there were no wrecks, so that's good.
And what talent is involved in the luge? Like you just get on the thing and you just you hang on.
That was exactly my question. I mean, how do you steer it?
Apparently there is a lot of training and a lot of like core strength required for this. I didn't realize, but
to keep from falling off and breaking your neck.
Ugh.
I'm guessing you have to steer it with your butt cheeks, right? Tighten one up versus the other. I think the technical term is gluteus. I don't honestly know it. I just wanted to say butt cheeks. So
well done. Nice way to horn that in there. Yeah, that's good. But how would you like to be like the butt cheek coordinator for the luge team? What do you do, Bob? Well, Why'd you get fired? Oh no, don't ask. Don't.
I'm quality control. Yeah, and the funny thing was watching the luge. The first time I'm like, yeah, that looked good. That looked good. About the third time I'm like, oh yeah, I can see where they slid up too far or whatever. And
Oh,
now
just millimeters makes a huge difference. Yeah, yeah.
at that level. So, all right. Well, if you're watching this and the Olympics are still on, you'll know I moved it up in the hierarchy. If you're
Rotation.
watching it in it's the Summer Olympics, you'll know we really had a lot of episodes recorded. Spoiler alert.
Nice.
So, what else has been going on since we last talked? What else has been new, different, exciting since we've talked on here?
Nobody's had their prostate out since we last talked.
No, nobody had one put in,
That's
you
yeah.
know. But no, that's all been working out good. I mean, it hasn't nothing spread anywhere. There was no spread. It was all contained. And yes, look at that.
He's got a
Jesus.
Mac.
He's got a.
Hearts,
He's got
hearts flying up on the screen.
Hearts flying. Oh,
It doesn't work on a.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's a Mac thing.
No, thank you though. That's really it's all. I'm glad to have that behind me. I got it kind of easy. I think talking to other people that have gone through the same thing. So it's been a good road health wise, and yeah, kids are healthy. Oscar Bedell, who just checked in a minute ago, he's doing fine.
Turned 6 2 days ago.
Wow. Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
But no, everything's been terrific. Looking forward to, and once we get into 2026, things are starting to pick up again, and looking forward to getting on the road, getting to see everybody again here in May, hopefully over in Europe, and
I got a couple before May. But we can't talk about those things because it might inspire somebody to go to a conference where they would learn stuff and make a better job. So we can't.
Are you going to the? Well, let's take a quick.
Okay.
If you don't want to learn anything, please fast forward 1 minute. Are you at the PMBA conference?
Do we have like a little the caution? This viewer discretion is advised.
Okay, if you're listening right now, please fast forward if you're watching it to the point where I go woo, and then you'll know we're done with the professional stuff.
right.
Perfect.
Rated L for possible learning. Yeah. Possible educational material ahead. Flashing lights and possible cigarette smoking.
Oh, fantastic! So, Jen, where are you going in the PMBA conference and/or APC conference world?
All of the above.
Woohoo!
I will be going to first. Kicking it off, though, I believe is it. I can't remember what comes first, but I do have BBC in there somewhere.
Orlando, and then PMBA Toronto, and then APC Canada, and then PMBA DC.
All right, and yeah, so BBC is before Orlando. So
right, yeah, I'm not at BBC.
Yeah, so that's April, last week of April, and then all of those other ones, and well, we'll see if the powers that be in Europe select us again. We will be over there as well.
Well, they really need to because, dry January next year. We need your help. Okay, well, all right. Now we're back to.
Oh yeah. Well, that was a close one.
Well,
that was a close
was
one.
amazing. But you didn't want
No, I thought he wanted to go out and pee.
Oh. No, he just wants attention.
Oh, I've got the microphone on too. I forgot that I've got the Bluetooth microphone. I could have had a Leslie Nielsen Naked Gun moment there and gone in and peed and still had the thing on.
Or
we missed a golden opportunity. So
go, Jen, go.
I don't know if I'm allowed to.
Sure you are.
It could also be a Leslie Hughes moment.
Oh no! Really? Oh boy.
Okay,
I mean, do we spill it for the world?
I think we can. So if you don't want to hear how I really got my career started with all of this and became the global speaker that I am, fast forward to the next. Okay, and go.
As the story goes, and I'm not the best at telling it, but years ago, somebody named Leslie, not Leslie Nielsen,
Friend of the show, Leslie Hughes.
friend of the show. Yeah. Oh, okay. So we're gonna have to check with Leslie, make sure it's okay to tell her story.
Oh, I think we've touched on it multiple times, but I'll send her a message.
All right, cool. So she handed her phone to her son while she was on a call and said, "Here, fill in for me," and tells them, "My son's gonna listen in. I'll be right back." Off she goes. Again, she had AirPods in. Forgot that she had these AirPods in still. Goes to the bathroom, comes back, and says to her son, "So, what were they saying?" And he says, "Well, I couldn't hear anything." And then on the other end, she hears, "Was somebody frying chicken? That's what that sounded like."
Yes.
So soon after that, after I hear that story, after a few of us hear the story, Mr. Phil Barth gets selected to speak on a topic called "Fry Your Chickens." So
yes, Amy saw my application.
That's it. The origin story.
That is the origin story. Amy saw my application. She said, "I didn't care if you were the world's worst speaker. I had to bring you to Boston to have Fry Your Chickens just to get the laugh from Leslie and AJ and Tina." And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how the chickens got started.
Oh,
there you go.
Beautiful.
I mean, the chickens were there. They just needed to get fried up a little.
That's true.
Golden brown.
Wake up, chicken!
Where's my chicken? I've lost my chicken.
Oh, I bet the young fellow knows where the chicken is.
Oh, no, I do. It's right in here.
Oh, the chicken cabinet. I didn't realize we had a special hidden.
Oh, there's chickens. There's magic wands. There's clown noses. All the things. Oh, we forgot to do the.
Oh, yeah, we're back. Okay.
Oh,
yeah, no, that cabinet is the fun cabinet. So, when you're in a meeting and people are kind of not very energetic and they're just sort of there, and you want to spice things up, add a bit of energy, I'll turn around, grab a clown nose.
That's a good idea.
Courtesy of Jamie Champagne, actually.
Yes.
I think one of the very first PMBA conferences I went to, Jamie did the keynote, and she had given everybody a clown nose as a takeaway, and I still have it. But every now and then I will stick the clown nose on, and I would do it now, but I A, can't reach it, and B, not 100% sure it's still in there. It could be in the drawer behind me, and it just looked weird me trying to find it.
Yeah. So if you're listening right now and not watching the video, wow, that is an amazing clown nose, Jen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. I'm sure there's a Zoom filter somewhere I can.
Okay, not that we haven't been silly enough, but we now need to move to the sillier portion of the program. You have already answered the most important question of which would you rather fight? A horse-sized, at the time it was a horse-sized chicken or 100 chicken-sized horses. We have since, thanks to Fabrizio Laguna's input, moved it to a bear-sized chicken or 100 chicken-sized bears, but it's still essentially the same, except now it's carnivore versus herbivore. So what I decided to do for this podcast was I asked the big 5 AI models, look, I need a new, most interesting question that must be completely silly. And here's what we came up with. I am going to rule out 3 of them right off. And here's the ones we're ruling out. Number 1, perplexity. If every squirrel had to wear a tiny hat by law, who's in charge of measuring their heads? I don't like that, and here's why. Number 2, co-pilot. If every squirrel suddenly had to wear tiny roller skates, which city would collapse first? Look, if you can't, as an AI model, come up with something unique enough that we're not using the same mammal, you're out.
Yeah, it's good policy.
Yeah, that's just a general policy we have on the podcast. Number 3, grok. I don't like this question because it's so obvious. Which would you rather have? Fingers for toes or toes for fingers? It seems like to me fingers for toes, because toes for fingers, you can't pick anything up. Fingers for toes, you can be drinking beer with your foot. So.
Well, I mean, how many times have you the remote's down at the other end of the couch? You don't have to sit up. like a goon. You don't want to do that. You have to be able to just reach right down, right
Yeah.
by the keep it right next to the beer, and yeah.
I I think evolutionarily that's something we really lost when we got regular toes instead of the finger toes that a lot of the primates seem to have.
So in this question, I'm still back at the question because the way that it was asked, a little bit ambiguous. So are you losing the ones you have? So if I have fingers for toes,
Oh, that's
does
good.
it mean my toes are now my fingers, or do
No,
I have four appendages with fingers?
I took it to be you would have four appendages of one or the other. It didn't say you would swap.
It's ambiguous though. Oh, sorry,
Well,
we're into learning.
no, but it wouldn't be, right? Because if you said it was a swap, it's the same either way. If you say I want toes for fingers, then okay, you got fingers for toes. So
Right.
it would have to be you you you
True.
get to keep your you either have 20 toes or 20 fingers. That's but it's Grok. Who knows what Elon Musk was thinking?
But your joints, like your fingers, if you had the fingers for toes, then they'd wear out. Like they're longer, so there'd be a lot more wear and tear
It's
on
true.
the on the joints and stuff.
True.
Yeah.
So you need something flat there. You need something flat to be standing in line at the DMV and stuff, because you wouldn't want to waste that
Yeah.
just standing endlessly. Lots more could go wrong.
Well,
And
that's
you need
true.
bigger shoes.
Well, you could also you had those. Remember those shoes that you had years ago that the where the toes like each like
Oh,
they were sort of like
Yes.
Crocs and like those awful looking things. But those would look really cool if they were hands, though, wouldn't they?
it
Like you look
would.
like a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a good question. I should
Yeah,
have.
that's pretty good. Yeah, that's
Yeah, we could have discussed it. All right, which brings us to our next two questions. This one I kind of like. If you could only communicate by honking like a goose or barking like a seal for the rest of your life, which would you choose? This is from Claude. Well done.
That was my answer.
Yes.
was that a seal?
I think.
Oh.
Was
What was that?
I took it to be a seal.
A seal. Seals generally sound happy. I mean, I think the world would be a much more positive place, to be honest. Like, yeah, seals, and they do the cool. Can you do the? Can you do that? You can probably do that with a. You
Yeah.
can do that. That sounds happy,
Yeah.
even when they're displeased, when they're irked about something. I think they still sound happy. So I'd go with seals.
Here comes a polar bear.
Hot take. Yeah.
What
I
if someone's
apologize.
cutting off in traffic though? Like, if you're
That's true.
they're not gonna notice you.
Well, you don't have your hands on the wheel either, so I mean that's not safe at all. But that's why geese, like when geese yell at you in traffic, then they can still keep their hands on the wheel, and so that's why you never see any car accidents, or very few involving geese.
Right.
At least when the goose is driving.
At least when the goose is driving. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
good drivers. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't get enough credit for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I'm going to go with a seal as well because geese are just mean.
Yeah, they're sons of bitches, most of them. Yeah, I mean, my experiences with geese have not been extremely pleasant.
They're bastards.
The band, I'm not crazy about geese. I'm not crazy about them. And then geese, nah, they can go to hell.
Yeah. In fact, I found it very enjoyable when they cut that goose's head off in A Christmas Story.
Oh, God.
Isn't that a duck?
Yeah, well,
I didn't duck, I know that. I thought it was a goose, but I don't know. I'll have to look it up. So
we have some very famous geese here in Halifax, actually, the Sullivan's Pond geese. Downtown Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, just across the harbor from Halifax, Sullivan's Pond, and there's a colony of geese that have lived there for centuries, I think. And they use the crosswalk. Like there's a crosswalk, and you see pictures of them like using the crosswalk correctly, which is better than we can say most humans. Yeah, most pedestrians. But these but they're sons of bitches too. I mean, they're generally half of them smoke. they'll cut you as soon as look at you.
I did yoga over there one time too. You really have to be careful of the waste.
Goose poop.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Goose dung.
Yeah. Oh, that's the least of your worries with those bastards.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think the reason they all use a crosswalk is because the gene that didn't know how to use a crosswalk basically got eliminated. So
yeah, and probably not nicely either. Yeah,
no.
Evolution is kind of funny like that.
Yeah, it's a bitch if you're a dumb goose. I got to tell you.
There's also an issue on one of the highways near here with crows getting hit by trucks.
Really?
A lot of crows are like they're getting hit by trucks, but they're never getting hit by a car. And I think the theory is that it's because if there's a truck coming, they can't say anything, but if there's a car coming, they can warn the others. Caw, caw.
Okay, as one who loves a dad joke, and
that's yeah.
I might have to appropriate that, shall we say, for Darcy's daily dad jokes.
Oh yes, Darcy would do very well at that.
I think she could. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's very good. I was going to say the truck killing crows like that is just murder, but.
Oh, what
This has been everything I hoped it would be.
No, that's exactly. I knew. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we have not yet entertained the Gemini question, which is this. If you had to choose a signature sound for your sneeze, would you pick a slide whistle or a bowling strike?
I would pick the slide whistle, but I'm pretty sure you would probably say mine sounds more like a bowling strike.
Yours sounds like both. Yours sounds actually that's pretty accurate. Yours sounds like both. When I sneeze, it's quick. It's like a Ramones song. It's over quick. It's loud. It's kind of harsh, but it's bam, just like that. With you, it's Bohemian Rhapsody. I swear to Christ, it is the most. It goes on and on. It's peaks and valleys. There's bowling balls. There's geese. There's a nuclear explosion. There's the entire anthrax catalog, the entire anthrax virus. I think it's all right there. It's really, really quite something.
It's Bala.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Boom. It's over. But there's peaks and valleys. It's like an opera.
And if I sneeze more than twice, let's just say you want to hope I've done my cable.
Oh, we're dialing 911 if that's.
Oh yeah. Well, if you sneeze 3 times, you summon something, right? It's like Beelzebub. No, Beetlejuice.
I can sneeze like into the double digits, like right in a row. I think if there's a sun, if I catch the sun at a certain angle, I can bang off like 10 of them.
And I used to only do one at a time. I cannot just stop at one. It's like Lay's potato chips.
That's how I knew the kids were getting older, though, is because wherever I was in the house, if I go on a good sneeze heater, I go off like 5, 6 of them. I'll hear the kids from wherever they are in their house go 6, 7, 8,
6, 7.
Oh, God. Anywho.
I saw him walking right into that.
Yeah, I saw that too. I could have started at 9, 10. I could have started at that. No. Well, that'll be next year. It'll be 9, 10. But yeah, but when I stopped hearing them yelling out the number of sneezes, that's when I knew that was the Tony Soprano with the ducks flying away thing. That was mine. When the kids are older, that I don't hear the script 11. I don't hear that anymore. So, but
okay. I can't possibly top that, and yet I'm going to try. I'm going to share because I wanted to see what my sneeze would look like. And here we go. Ready? This is my bowling sneeze.
I think I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. That was unexpected.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's nice.
Yeah. That's a strike too. Like that's yeah. That's not a 7-10. That's a
No,
7-10
no, you don't want to have to pick up after that. So
Somebody's gonna have to probably, but yeah.
it's the next question, and I believe the house band actually asked this question. Now we now have a house band on
Oh,
this,
Oh.
on this show. Yes, it is Lord Cluckington and the Headbangers.
okay,
And
okay.
they normally ask, it's time for the important question, and would you rather have a chicken or a bear? That question. But this time they recorded a special one just for you. Here it comes.
I was gonna say they seem pretty heavy on the bass players. They've got like 2 bass players in the band. That's
Yeah,
kind of Spinal
well,
Tappy.
yeah, it was. Well, they should have 2 drummers for Spinal Tap, right? Because you never know what one might die.
Keep exploding.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the question is this: would you trust something important to a clipboard-toting duck?
Compared
Your
to
business
what?
simple. Huh? What's that?
What's the other option?
Not trusting the clipboard duck.
Oh,
Toting
okay.
duck.
Well,
If you
we've
saw a
already
duck with a clipboard.
yeah. I don't think there's anybody with a clipboard. Like anybody with it looks so official. A goose with a clipboard, no. I think we've already covered our feelings toward geese, but a duck, on the other hand,
Well, duck with the clipboard. I mean, you know,
depends on what they are asking, I suppose. Like depends on what kind of capacity the duck is.
I mean, if I were going on a studio tour of like say Rockefeller Center or and there was a duck carrying a clipboard, I would follow him.
I'd follow that duck.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess
I can't think of a duck I haven't followed, to be honest. I mean, anytime I've seen a duck, I'm going where that duck is. If there was a clipboard, yeah.
Yeah. My only question, I guess it would have to have it under its wing. Because if it was holding it with one leg, then it would just have to hop.
That's an impressive duck, I
Oh,
think.
yeah,
If we,
I don't know. I think like the flexible wing, they can.
as long as it's not broken, because I mean, you could hyperextend your wing with. I mean, that's the silent killer among ducks, is the clipboard-related injury. I mean, there's PSAs. You can't understand them because they're speaking duck, but
Isn't there like a really bad '80s song called "Broken Wings"? Broken Wings.
Yes.
oh, Mr. That's a jam. That's a
Oh.
great tune.
Whoops.
Oh, I love that song. Broken Wings.
Mr. Mister?
Mr. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Or as they say in Spain, Senor, Senor?
And yes. But yeah, I think a duck with a clipboard. I think that's I think that's a winner right there. I'm get the Affleck people on that.
Okay. All right. We'll do that. Now, I was going to have the question asked by Darcy because Darcy the dog has been asking questions for me. So now we're going to have Darcy ask the question. But before she can do that, we have to. Well, this is what happened, okay? A little bit of a technical snafu here. You might be able to see it when we bring it up. I was going to have a puppy,
Darcy.
carrying a clipboard, but as you can see, there was a little bit of a problem here. So here's how the recording went.
Ouch! Damn it, Dad! You put the clucking pencil through my clucking arm!
This, ladies and gentlemen, is why the internet was invented right here. This is
Yeah. So
pretty good vocabulary for a young pup. I mean, that's
now, to be fair, she said clucking, but
like that's good. No, that's
yeah, she's
it's a
not.
family show.
It is. It really is. But yeah, I actually was going to have a puppy with holding a pencil and clipboard, but it put it right through her paw, and I'm like, that's just so wrong.
I didn't notice until she pointed it out.
Oh yeah, well, she noticed. So yeah, the most important question. I would definitely trust a dog with a clipboard. I trust dogs with
Definitely.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. So even little Darcy, but unfortunately, we were able to remove the pencil with
Yeah.
Oh, that's
limited
good.
problem. Saved both the dog and the pencil.
Excellent.
No tetanus issues. No.
No tetanus issues.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
She went outside right afterwards and had a nice number 2.
Nice. Nice.
Because
Pencil.
Tom, Jen, this has been fantastic. Were there any other things we needed to cover tonight that don't border on educational?
Well, this might border on educational slightly, but even we were talking about sneezing and everything earlier. Apparently, in Scotland, when you have a cold, you may get a wee cough.
Wow. Like whole 7 days, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I know.
That is
one, I actually stole that from my coworker, who is also a huge dad joke person. So I would love for you to meet her someday.
I would love to. I can tell you that one absolutely will be on the Darcy dad joke, because I do have a picture that we animate of Jesse in a little kilt, and hat and everything. So
Well, Tam O'Shanter. Yeah.
She will. Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
She will ask, and Jesse will have the answer.
Perfect.
Hi, Leslie. You get a wee cough.
It's a week off.
His Scottish is way better than mine.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm great at accents, by the way. I can do any accent anywhere. They all sound exactly the same.
Yeah. That's a spicy meatball. You're Scottish. Stop that. Yeah, that's not,
No.
No.
Do you speak French?
Pardon me?
Do you speak French?
Oui, je parle français.
Oh, see, there you go. There's something I'm going to need to run by you ahead of my keynote, a French language question that is not germane to the podcast, and it also borders on educational. So we're just going to skip that for right now.
All right.
But we will talk. I can speak French. I just have to put it through Hey Jen, and it animates my mouth. And not Hey Jen Bedell. I mean, it's Hey Jen, the AI tool. Just wanted to be clear on that.
Well, you can put it through Hey Jen Bedell too.
That's true. That is absolutely true.
I mean, you could talk. I could move my mouth and you could talk, or you could move your mouth and we could use my voice while you're moving your mouth.
I think this is something we need to work on. And
Our
at this
keynote.
point, nobody's in any danger of being educated. So,
This is true.
Tom, Jen, this has been fantastic. I knew it would be. Thank you both for being on the podcast. And as is our tradition, when we have somebody who's a radio professional type person, we ask you to sign us off. Tom, by the way, in case anybody wondered.
Crossing time zones, crossing the great unknown and the information superhighway. Do we still call it that? This has been fry your chickens with the great Phil Barth. Your guests, Tom and Jennifer Bedell. Your host, Phil Barth. Thank you again.
Hey, it's Phil. Like today's show? Well, you'll clucking love my Fry Your Chickens newsletter on LinkedIn and Substack. Links are in the notes.